Well, good morning, folks. My name's Rob Flack. I'm the MPP for Elgin-Middlesex-London and the Associate Minister of Housing, and I'm pleased to welcome you to London and winter. It's finally arrived with force, which is great. We need winter. It's part of all the seasons of this wonderful province. We have a great announcement today to look after the people of this community, to serve this community. We're great to be here at Police Headquarters with the Chief, Mayor, Minister, Michael, and team. So we're a little late. We apologize. A little bit of traffic issues getting in. But again, a great announcement today, here to serve and protect our community. And I'm very pleased to introduce the Solicitor General of the Province of Ontario, Michael Kerzner, a great friend, a great colleague. We're both of the class of 22. And he's done great work for this province and his community, and the community throughout. I know he gets along wonderfully with the Police Services Board throughout the province and all the chiefs. He's a tireless worker, a great friend and colleague. We've got some good news to share. With that, I will announce, or I will introduce Minister Kerzner.
Well, thank you, Rob. Good morning, and just delighted to be back here in London alongside Minister Flack and Chief Truong. And it's nice to see you, Chair of the Police Service Board, and your Vice Chair. And it's wonderful to be here with you, Michael, in St. Leonards. Thank you so much. And to everyone else who took the time to come out, thank you for being here today. I can only say that this week, in the last 7 days, as I've been traveling all across Ontario, our message of public safety is absolute. And I've listened and I've learned. We were in Durham last week, and we were in Ottawa yesterday. I'll be in Windsor tomorrow, and then I will be in Kitchener on Thursday. And the goal of coming across Ontario is listening and learning, and to send a message that safety matters. I like to say I've never seen in my lifetime a government, in our case, our government led by Premier Ford, that cares deeply about public safety, about our inherent right to live safely in our communities. And as Ontario Solicitor General, I have taken an oath to listen to communities, to foster relationships, and work with policing partners to help ensure they have the tools and resources needed to keep the people of this province safe. As I said, under the leadership of Premier Ford, our government knows that the people of Ontario have this inherent right to live safely in our communities, has this inherent right to wake up their kids and see them off safely in the mornings, has the inherent right to go to work and to go home at the end of the day and to shop and to pray. And we have made tremendous efforts to achieve and enhance this right, including investing over $110 million in bail compliance to keep violent and repeat offenders off our streets. And we've tabled legislation that seeks to improve the access to justice for victims so that they can sue those responsible for their emotional distress. And we've targeted auto theft like never before with a $51 million investment and $4.5 million to ensure Ontarians who experience a mental health crisis have access to the mobile crisis response teams. And just yesterday in Ottawa, I announced the call for applications for our $1.7 million Safer and Vital Community Grant, which will seek to address the root causes of hate and stem the recent rise of ethnic and cultural and faith-based hate-motivated crimes and incidents that are completely unacceptable. Our government is committed to public safety, and we will always stand with victims and survivors and community partners to protect those who need it. Dismantling organized crimes is something that police services across the province have continuously focused on. And recently, numerous busts have been made which have seized large sums of cash, illicit drugs, and more. And it makes me proud to know that Ontario is being protected by some of the best out here anywhere in the world, which is why I'm here today, to announce that our government is investing more than $6 million over 3 years through our Proceeds of Crime Frontline Policing Grant Program. The funds from this grant come from assets that are forfeited from criminal prosecution and will be used to support 23 projects. Police services have joined with community partners to create projects that will reduce organized crime and seek to eliminate acts of hate and hate-motivated incidents and bolster school safety. Receiving this funding will be 16 municipal police services, 4 OPP detachments, and 3 First Nations police services. At this time, I would like to congratulate London Police Service and their successful application project BUILDS, bringing unity in London's diverse society to help fight hate crime and improve school safety. I want to give a special shout out to London Police Service. They are an amazing service that I am proud to speak to Chief Truong on a regular basis. I am proud to listen to him so that I understand what's going on here in London. I want to congratulate the chairman of the Police Service Board, who's right here, and the vice chair for the excellent work they are doing to represent the interests of their city. And of course, the mayor. Let me be clear, our government and this premier will continue to have a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to hate in Ontario. Hate is toxic to our democracy. It's unacceptable. And because of the dedication, because of the absolute dedication of everyone that keeps London safe, I'm proud to be here today. And our commitment to you is absolute and constant. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. And miigwech. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce the Chief of the London Police Services, a gentleman who believes in public safety, a person who understands that you have to look at the community as a totality of what it represents, something amazing. So, Chief, just as you come forward, I want to acknowledge the tremendous work you're doing, the diversity of London, and how important London is to the well-being of Ontario. Chief Tai Truong.
Good morning. Thank you, Solicitor General Kerzner, for coming to London today for this most welcome announcement. On behalf of the London Police Service, I would like to thank the Ontario government for making an important investment in our community and particularly in our local youth. I'd also like to welcome and thank MPP Rob Flack for joining us today, as well as our community partners in this initiative, Michael Oates from St. Leonards Community Services, and Shania Simon from Atlosa Family Healing Services. I don't know if she's in the back there. I'd also, is she there? Oh, there you are. Hi. I'd also like to acknowledge some individuals who are joining us today. Mayor Morgan, who's standing by the podium. Chair and Vice Chair of the London Police Services Board, Ali Shabar and Megan Walker, thank you for your leadership. Both Deputy Chiefs McIntyre and Bastian to my right, our senior leadership team here in the audience, and Executive Director of the London Police Association, Rick Robson, who I see at the back there, as well as Constable Harris and Pining for their work on this initiative. I will note that Chief Superintendent Dwight Tibb from the OPP is here in support of this announcement, so thank you for joining us today. This initiative is in alignment with our priorities of our organization, and that is building and strengthening community trust within this community. This support from Minister Kerzner will enhance our efforts to prioritize youth and marginalized youths within our community. We will be able to create new programs that will allow us to engage with marginalized youths. Since 2021, we have seen a 200% increase in the number of youths arrested for criminal offenses in this city. Crime prevention and investing in our youths are critical as we work together to make our city safe. And while this funding is being announced in London Police Headquarters, we know this work cannot be done by police alone. We're pleased to be partnering with Adlosa Family Healing Services and St. Leonards Community Services in this project, and know that through collaboration, we will have the potential to impact young lives in a meaningful way. Together, we will work with our community to identify challenges and develop strategies to support young people in our community who might be vulnerable to actions and behaviors which would be detrimental both to them and to our community as a whole. This funding will be instrumental in supporting us as we work to create a safe and welcoming community for all. Once again, thank you to the Ministry of the Solicitor General and to you, Solicitor General Kerzner, for supporting the London Police Service, our community, and our youth. I would now like to introduce His Worship Mayor Josh Morgan to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much to the Chief. Let me start by welcoming both the ministers here today to London, Ontario. I know Minister Flack, I think it's our second day in a row of doing announcements. I'm not sure what's on your schedule tomorrow, but I can open it up if you want to bring some more money. I do, and I want to say too, what Minister Flack said at the start about the weather. As I stand here, it reminds me that, you know, frontline officers and emergency service providers are out there no matter what the temperature is each and every day, whether it's cold, whether it's warm, whether it's a holiday. People are serving our community, protecting our community each and every day. And on a day like this where, you know, it's nice to be inside, there are those in our frontline services like the London Police Service who are out on the streets keeping our city safe, and we greatly appreciate all they do for the citizens of London and the families of London to keep us safe. I first want to commend the provincial government on this initiative. Taking the proceeds of crime and rolling it into a big giant budget for all of the things that you have to spend money on would be a very easy thing to do. Turning it into making our community better is the right thing to do. And partnering with police boards and organizations, in this case like at LOSA and St. Leonards, is actually going to turn the proceeds into crime into real meaningful programs for youth in our city. It will prevent youth from perhaps falling into that trap, like Chief Ty said, about being arrested or getting in trouble with the justice system. These preventative measures and these proactive policing measures and engaging with community partners to steer them away from decisions in life that perhaps leads down a path that is not going to strengthen our community is exactly what these organizations do. And I just want to emphasize that, again, making the decision to take the proceeds of crime and use it in this way is not only hugely appreciated by the citizens of London, the people who you will help and their families to avoid the suffering in the future, but also, like I said, the exact right thing to do with this sort of money. I want to close by saying we have incredible community partners in this city. And each and every time we get to partner with them, I think we do good work together. You know, the Chief and I share a common vision in this city that whether it's the municipality or the police services, we cannot do the work that we have to do without partnering with the incredible organizations, whether they be not-for-profits, volunteer agencies, service clubs, or whatever across the city, to provide the programs and do the work that needs to be done to make this the greatest city in the province of Ontario. And each and every day, I'm very proud of not only the work that's done by the people in London Police Services, but by all of those organizations who serve the citizens of London in many capacities each and every day. And with that, I'm very proud to bring up to the podium one of those individuals, and Michael Oates from St. Leonards, to talk a little bit more about the incredible work that they'll be doing with this grant. Michael.
Thank you, Mayor. Beautiful.
St. Leonards does a whole range of things, so I'll just take the next 2 hours and talk about all of them. St. Leonards is a nonprofit. We've been operating in London for over 50 years now, and we provide a variety of services to both adults and youth living throughout our community. Our youth programs focus on everything from youth justice programs, diversion programs, child and youth mental health and prevention, as well as supports working within the school system, working alongside educators and families, providing opportunities for youth to learn and develop and expand their skills in a safe, therapeutic, and pro-social manner. Through a restorative framework, young people can learn how to make better choices, manage difficult situations, and move forward with a sense of resolution and well-being. The foundation of all of our programs is one of restorative practices. And restorative practices are primarily aimed at repairing relationships and building community, all in service of developing a better understanding. The process allows people to evaluate and identify how their decisions and actions affect themselves and others, manage conflict effectively, and ultimately build community, which aligns really well with the proposal that was submitted. We know that the work that we do is not done in isolation. Youth may need a range of supports and require different approaches or options to be successful. We've had the good opportunity to work alongside London Police Services for a number of years. We've worked alongside at LOSA for a number of years. And this opportunity to share our experience and our passion in working with the community in goals of building mutual understanding, respect, and trust is one that we are truly honored to be a part of. So thank you for all your kind words this morning, and I look forward to what's next. I'll turn it back over to Mr. Flack.
Well, thank you, Michael. Obviously, investing proceeds of crime back into this community and throughout the communities of Ontario is a very important goal that we've achieved here today and announced today. And with that, we would ask the ministers here to take any questions that you may have from the media. Chelsea, do you want to lead the charge?
If you can please identify your publication, and reminder, it is one question and one follow-up.
Hi, it's Jerry DeWan from CTV News in London. Just wondering, the Bills program, how much money will the Bills program be receiving, and can you go over for me more specifically what the Bills program does?
It's $100,000 for the next 3 years, so it's a $300,000 grant. And the initiative is going to allow us to work with at LOSA and St. Leonards and put together initiatives and programs that will address high-risk and at-risk use within the community, specifically geared towards marginalized youths. As policing, one of our priorities in this organization, our top priority, is to make the community safe, increase safety within this community. And to do that, we're going to have to make sure that we build community trust within the city and that we advance organizational wellness. So this falls in line with our priorities. It allows us to be very creative and look at initiatives, new initiatives and innovative initiatives that our community partners will guide us into delivering. So we will be delivering it together, and it's a process and an opportunity for us not only to prevent crimes. Usually when you look at policing from a community safety perspective, it's enforcement based, but just as we have to be strong in enforcement efforts, we have to invest in our youths, because we know youths are very vulnerable to getting involved with crime. So it's an opportunity to prevent our youth from getting involved with crime, but also an opportunity to steer them into leadership.
Just as a quick follow-up with regards to Mayor Morgan's comments about the idea that you could take this money that's taken from proceeds of crime and roll it back into the general tax concern, addressing larger tax issues. Has that been the precedent? When did we start this path to taking these proceeds of crime and specifically gearing them to crime initiatives?
Well, thanks for the question. You know, being here in London today sends a message that the approach that our government has taken to ensure that we all have a right to live safely in our communities is exactly that. And whether we're fighting hate, whether we're fighting to keep the violent and repeat offenders off our streets, whether we're graduating the largest classes ever at Ontario Police College that will benefit London Police Service by removing the barriers of entry and expanding the number of cohorts that are there. Whether it be ensuring with auto thefts that communities and police services and the OPP and First Nations police services have additional resources and technology, it goes to all of government approach to take public safety seriously. The announcement today is allowing police services to work with local partners to achieve this locally and to help their local communities. So this is just one of many steps. The reason that we're here is to take another step in the direction of sending a message that our public safety matters. I also want to give a shout out to the London Police Association that is here today, because the police associations across Ontario, the OPPA, the PAO, and through the PAO, the London Police Association, play a vital role in keeping communities safe. So I wanted to also acknowledge them today. Thank you for your question.
Hi, Andrew Lupton from CBC News. So this is $6 million province-wide. It's one-time funding.
Well, the announcement today is the grant is $6 million, and we've given the details as to the police service, the municipal police services that will be receiving it, the OPP detachments, and the First Nations police services. So this grant is to address exactly what the announcement is to use the proceeds of crime and reinvest them in local communities to help reduce hate, to help increase school safety, and to help police services fight organized crime.
But for London, that's $300,000
Yes.
in one-time funding.
They were a successful applicant to the grant program. $300,000, $100,000 over the 3 years, and they're partnering with two great local organizations.
And Minister, do you expect this funding will be ongoing, or is it a one-time allocation?
Well, this is what the grant is today. You know, our ministry and other ministries come out with grants all the time. Yesterday, I was in Ottawa, and I mentioned that to fight hate, we have grants that have been available in Minister Ford's ministry. So we're really excited about the announcement today. It goes, again, to our government's unparalleled commitment to public safety.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks for coming out, everyone. Have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe.
Thank you, everyone.